Oh, so you get headphones?
Mm-hmm. Because like I said, you always sound great. With that microphone, you always sound great.
But I mumble.
Mumble. Don't.
All right.
We're on episode 3.
Oh, we're started?
I mean, we're recording.
Welcome to episode 3.
Of the Good Cringe.
Yes.
I figure we do a life update.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. The community episode?
That was the last one. I was just looking at your channel to freshen up on some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I didn't look at the date.
That's the one thing I wanted to know.
I scrolled past both of them. You know, you got a computer right there.
I also got a mini computer.
Where'd you
in
get
my
one
pocket.
of those?
I'll check real quick, but go ahead and tell the audience what you want to talk about. What do you got going on?
Well.
Any updates, my guy?
Updates. Well, I did just tell my vlog, I am vlogging right now, that I got a new car.
That you did. It's pretty nice.
It's okay.
I got to say, I admire your dedication to vlogging and like putting up videos and stuff. It's very,
Thanks, man.
very, very nice.
Thanks. Well, what I've always been told happens, which is put out stuff until people watch.
Yep.
Nobody's going to watch your first 100 videos.
Right.
That happened to you. We'll get more into that. But, like, you just all of a sudden, one video took off, and now there you go, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mr. What are you at? 270,000 subscribers?
270,000? 258 subscribers right now.
Bro, I'm about to get you into some more vodka. Wait, it was whiskey.
Well, okay, so, like, kind of switching gears a little bit. Ed Sheeran's advice is always like just put out as
Just
much
create.
as you can. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm like, that's good advice. That is all right advice.
It is.
But not everything you make is going to be gold.
No.
And I'm victim of deleting some videos off my channel because I wasn't proud of them.
I wanted to do that a couple times.
No one's putting a gun to your head. You could totally do that.
I want to wait until I have an abundance of videos.
For sure.
Right now with my shorts, I think I have 16 videos.
I gotcha. I'm 25% of the way towards getting monetized.
Monetized!
I know. I'm so excited.
You got the views though?
I do. I'm getting the views.
You get the views
So you
now.
can either get 1 million views on shorts and qualify.
That's too much.
That is too much. Or you can get 4,000 hours on like
watch
regular,
time.
regular videos.
That's too much.
Yeah. I recently talked to I'm Cade, which me and Dylan were both friends of his.
Hey, Cade.
Hi, Cade.
Love Cade.
I talked to him a little
What a guy.
bit, just picked his brain about his YouTube journey and him starting out and all that.
Very cool.
What kind of limitations and challenges he faced along the way.
I'm
'Cause
so excited for that video.
I am too. It's turning out really good.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah. I'm always nervous at first, or, you know, it's just that self-doubt in the beginning when you make a new video. And it's like, man, the last videos were great, but like, how am I going to make this good? And I don't know. It just finds a way in the end, the creative process.
We'll get back to my car here in a second.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But
We're known for getting sidetracked on
another
here.
thing I'm going to talk about later in the episode, my race video.
Yes.
The 2 videos right before it, I think got like 100 views total.
Really?
Yeah, so
I know. Yeah. I mean, for you starting out, I noticed as soon as you uploaded your half marathon video, like you running it, I noticed you got like 55 views within like the first day.
I think it was the first 2 days.
First 2 days?
But yeah, pretty well. It's the best one I've put out in like a month as far as performing.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a good video. You guys should check it out.
I appreciate that.
Dylan runs.
I do.
I'll put it up somewhere. But yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. So I was kind of like the reason. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
No,
the
you're
reason
good.
that I stopped making videos like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Is because I was getting 50 views, 40 views, 60 views, 50 views. But I made like 6 videos.
Yeah.
So that's gonna happen. So I just didn't want that to be the reason I stopped making videos again. So
Yeah.
that's why I just continue to do it. And proof is in the pudding. It's happening to you.
Proof
So.
is in the pudding. And it's happening to a lot of people like around our, location.
It is. There's a guy that I don't know if you went to high school with him because I don't know age difference, but Adam
Bunnell?
Bunnell, yeah.
He's doing bodylifting shit,
yeah,
right?
he's got,
bodybuilding.
like, Christian Guzman I watch. Very similar stuff to him. Like
Okay.
Right now he's on a cut, and he's getting pretty decent views. He's averaging like 500 views a video.
That's pretty nice.
And he's got an editor and like all kinds of
Really?
stuff. Yeah.
Very nice.
But I think he's got like a sales job that he does too, so it's not like the only thing he does.
Man,
But
how does he do that and a sales job? Well, he's got an editor, but
yeah, he's got an editor, and I think it's like call sales. So it's
yeah.
but again, I only know what he's said in videos. I haven't seen him since like Christmas.
Right, yeah. I don't think I've ever said 2 words to the guy in high school, so I think we went to one bonfire, like we were at a bonfire together.
Yeah, I've always been places he was.
Yeah,
We were
exactly.
never, like buddies. Your
What?
hair looks fucking great.
Thanks, man. I haven't showered in like 16 weeks.
Don't need to.
Tell us about your new car, my guy.
So yeah, my new car. As like people that watch my YouTube may know, I used to have a Dodge. Oh my god, a GMC Canyon, and I loved the truck, still do. But I would travel a lot in the summer for coaching. And last year I was doing my taxes and I tallied up just the stuff that, like, just the gas receipts that I used for work, like to get to games all over the state. I spent $1,900 in gas.
Damn.
So I got a car.
So I got a car.
And it gets like double the mileage. And I feel like a little schoolgirl every time I fill it up and it says that I have like 600 miles on my tank.
God damn.
Instead of like 250.
My Charger, it gets like 15 miles per gallon.
It's so fun though.
It is fun. I'm like, man,
You need to make a car video.
I'm not a car guy.
You're not a car guy, but you can do a car video.
What kind of car video?
Just like, hey, this is my car. This is why I like it. These are fun things I do in it. It doesn't have to be like, I have 750,000 horsepower.
I like fast cars.
Make your video about a car. Don't make a car video.
Take like a Van Neistat approach to it.
Bro,
I love Van Neistat.
Van Neistat is the GOAT.
He's so good, man.
How is that family so talented?
I know, right?
They're like the Skarsgårds of filmmaking.
Oh shit, Casey, Van.
Casey-
I highly doubt you're listening.
Casey, if you are listening, when I was in the first time I went to New York City, we were at the Gramercy Theater, and I walked 2.5 miles one way to stand outside of your office for like 30 seconds. And then I turned around and I went home I went back to the theater. And on the way back to the theater, I pulled a man off of a woman, and I'm pretty sure they were both homeless fighting. And then I had to give a police statement to NYPD. Anyway, that's my New York story.
That's an insane story.
It's a good time.
I don't think you've ever told me that.
Really?
In my life.
That's a good time.
I'm gonna get some more coffee.
All right, hit pause, or do you want me to just ad lib?
Just ad lib.
I'll just ad lib. So yeah, Tyler's gonna turn his YouTube channel into a car channel. But yeah, so Tyler is, I would say, on the wrap ups of his album release. And I just wanted to get into your album a little bit, bud.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
I'm back.
He's back. Tyler's back.
Tyler's here.
Hey, Tyler's here.
Hey, Tyler's here.
Tyler's here.
What do you want to know about the album? It released on Valentine's Day. I did not plan that, but I crammed and I crunched so hard to get that album out as fast as I could.
Honestly, I did think you got that album done fast. I have so much work to do, and then like one day you were just done.
Yeah.
Which I know that's how things do.
Yeah.
That's how.
Well, I'm taking a page out of Cade's book because I talked about it in the interview. He took time off work where we all worked at. He would take time off to focus on his YouTube and all that. And that's kind of what I did. I took a week off work to finish that album. Like I said, I crammed and crunched.
That's awesome.
That I think it was the last song I was trying to get done, and I was trying to make it sound just the way I wanted it to.
Was it Cottage?
No, it was the last song, 27.
Okay.
Haircuts. I just wanted that to be like an exclamation mark on the album. It's so good. And I'm not saying I'm not proud of the other pieces of work like Doppelganger, the Conversation Starters, all that. I don't know. I feel like for the first time, my voice is in this project. Or you're hearing another side of me that like I didn't think I could put out into the world, and I think that's why I like it so much.
It somehow is the duality of man. It somehow feels like your most like wide net you've cast music wise, but also the most personal.
Yes, and the second to last one, that I put out. I always try to make every song sound different because I think it's so boring when I hear an album. I don't know, like Taylor Swift, for example.
Sam Hunt.
Or Sam Hunt. Well, even Cave Town, he's got some albums that I'm like, man, it's just the same thing.
Don't you have a Cave Town poster somewhere?
Yeah, it's right behind me.
So
I mean, I love the guy, but like, yeah, I love Cave Town, but that's my big thing. I just want to make a lot of music and a lot of genres to just exercise my creativity a little bit. And yeah, I think Montage really came out how I really wanted it to.
I think it came out great.
Thank you.
Now, I have some questions.
Let me hear him.
What was now I know you talked about 27 being like when you put a lot of final touches on. What was the most frustrating song on the album?
Oh, that's easy. Pompadour.
Pompadour
Chapter 2 was fucking hard because, okay, so mixing a punk, really loud kind of sound is really, really hard if you don't know what you're doing. What I learned, unfortunately, after the fact, was in order for a mix to sound good, you need a foundation, you need a bass, you need a good drum beat, you need good bass, like literal bass guitar, and then you can add all that killer riffage, all the craziness you want to put in the song, but you need a foundation. And I think when people start out, they get excited and they're like, oh, I want to put my cranked guitar first and then figure everything out.
And work from there.
Yeah, they want to make all the cool stuff and then work down to the foundation, which that's not going to work.
Oh my God.
That's kind of what I did with Pompadour, but I fixed it in the end and I think it's okay.
That is such a good way to explain that because parallel, when I'm coaching kids and I'm talking about hitting a baseball, I always say, how do you build a house?
Exactly.
From the ground up.
Exactly.
So we work with the feet. Then we work on the step, and then the hands, and then the actual swing. So you work your way up. That's just so cool that you do the same thing.
Yeah. And Pompadour, I literally did that. I wrote that cool little fuzz, really raw sounding thing. And then I added the bass and the drums after. And I was like, man, this just sounds thin. Sounds like shit. But like I said, in the end, I figured out my mistakes, and then, you overcome it. Yeah, I would say that would be the most challenging one.
That's a
mix.
Good answer, bud.
Thank you.
Were there any songs that you wrote that didn't make the album?
Oh, for sure. That just right back to where I was talking about Ed Sheeran. Is like you put out so much, and like, or even what you said in the beginning, you put out hundreds of videos, and eventually something will give or something will take.
And then when it does, you have 100 videos for people to watch.
Exactly. Not just scrap songs, throwaway songs, mind you. It was also like songs that are on the album, but I wrote them originally I wrote them in such a different way, and I was like, man, this just sucks. And if I was listening to this, I would not listen to it for much longer. So I would cut it, and then I would kind of rethink it a little bit because I always think I want to like it, obviously, but on the flip side of the coin, I also want people to listen to it and like not just hear nonsense because I'm just putting nonsense into it. But yeah,
very conscious of it. I like
yes.
it. Now, I didn't write this question down; it just came to me.
Go for it.
Now, when I put a YouTube video up, now I usually upload on Sundays.
Right.
I miss some Sundays.
You're only human.
But
I mean, I try to do weekly videos, and then that never took off. I'm doing monthly now, but that's still pushing it sometimes.
So Justice always wants to watch it as soon as I upload it on her channel on the TV. So she's like, I'm one of the first views. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
But by the time she puts it on, I've watched every second of that video 10 times.
Yeah.
Editing. And I usually edited a day or two before I upload. Mm-hmm. So by the time she goes to put it on, I don't want to fucking watch it.
No, I 1,000% hear that.
Is that how you are with songs? Like once you finish it?
Yes. So like, I remember you had some kind of gathering at your old place, and either you put on The Graduate or someone did, and it was just kind of like that where I was like, man, I heard this so many times. I love it. I made it, but I'm like,
that was definitely me.
Yeah, I figured. Well, I didn't mind it, but it's that same feeling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I get it now. At the time, I didn't because I was just like, Tyler, you make good songs. I'm gonna put them on at this party,
and that's another.
Show my friends.
In my shoes, it's kind of also weird to kind of think of like, oh, they're just enjoying my music, And I
I
just
did
started feeling weird about
I
it.
did 1,000% put it on just to make you feel uncomfortable.
Did you really?
Yes.
That's so funny.
But I do like that song.
Okay, either way.
Well, Tyler, I'll tell you this.
It was sweet, either way.
When I put music on YouTube, every like third or fourth song is one of your songs.
That is so fucking awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
You're a true friend.
Swag.
I'm liking this.
This is a mobile
After doing like 2 interviews for my channel, it's nice to be on the receiving end.
You know who loves getting interviewed?
Who?
Cokeheads. So we've talked about the most frustrating song. We've talked about some songs that didn't make it.
Yes.
What's your favorite song on the album? Because you probably know mine.
That's a hard one. Is it Tiny Little Lighthouse?
It's
or
top,
Cottage?
if it's not the favorite, it's top 3, and it's not 3.
Would you say it's Cottage then?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. God. Yeah.
I think not a lot of people. Sorry, the mic kind of did something weird. I'd say a lot of. Go ahead.
Quit deep throating the mic, Tyler.
Anyway,
That's ASMR right there.
but
That's great.
it's not gonna affect anything. We're still going. Cool. What did you just ask me?
What is your favorite song?
I know it's
On
not
the
a
album.
lot of people's favorite. I'm just speculating and assuming, but I loved writing Man Buns. If I were to show someone my stuff and be like, "You gotta check me out on Spotify," I would put on Tiny Little Lighthouse or Cottage. But Man Buns would be my favorite.
Hair's also a top 3.
Oh, I forgot about that.
But
Yeah,
Hair also, it's like when Lil Dicky did that freestyle and then put it on an album, like he's been sitting on it.
Yeah.
Or when MGK forgot to put a song on an album, so he put it on the next one. But yeah, I love Hair. I love that picture of your foot.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Do you want to know a backstory to that picture?
I think you've told me, but tell the
Tell on the
audience.
pod. So I was out with my friends. This was I think it was back in 2020, 2021. I don't know. I was out with some friends, and one of my friends was like valeting for like some kind of local concert thing. So we went and saw him, and we got drunk as fuck. And I tackled the guy that we went and saw, like driving the cars in the parking lot and stuff. I tackled him for some reason. I was so drunk, and we got back to my buddy's house. And long story short, I was just so fucked up. I threw up all over myself, and that's what that picture is. It's just me passed out on the front lawn.
Really?
Yes.
I think you should do something with that picture of all 3 of our feet, me, you, and Justice.
That would be cool.
That'd be a cool like single cover or something.
Absolutely. I have like a folder of album covers.
You got folders?
I got folders, baby.
Folders on folders?
Yeah, I do.
I got a folder just full of pictures of folders.
I got a folder for the folder.
Oh man. So yeah, again, Tiny Little Lighthouse and I even wrote right here. They're my favorites.
Thanks, man. That means a lot.
Yeah, I just like knowing who you are now
Mm-hmm.
and thinking back to like the awkward tall guy that I worked at Rail with
Yeah.
that I used to lie to about being high.
Even though I knew deep down you were high.
Yeah, you're like, you can't make a sandwich, Dylan.
You can't make a sandwich.
But to see where you are now, it's just like, it's cool to see somebody become themselves.
Yeah. No, for sure. This is so embarrassing, but when I was younger, you know, we all have that stage where like, who am I? What am I? Like, what's my personality? Like, what's my character? I gotta
build my
I had a hick phase or like a redneck phase. No, it was cringy. It was like my goth phase. Like, ugh, I fucking
See, I was
shiver
a
thinking about
kid that dressed like a hick but wanted to be goth.
Yeah, I was dressing like
My dad wouldn't let me.
yeah, I was dressing like a hick and listening to MCR.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. And
That was our goth
and
phase.
Bring Me the Horizon.
Bring me the horizon.
Oh man, I used to see Pierce the Veil, like
What's
all
that? Oh, go
all the
ahead.
super neon T-shirts that people would wear with the super skinny jeans. I listen to all those shits.
What's that one band? To the right, to the left, to the right, to the end. I don't know it.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think people playing with tapes and like doing that kind of recording.
Oh, for sure.
Is like the original ASMR.
I was at Goodwill one time and I saw what's that called? A tape to tape or tape deck or something. I saw reel to reel. I think that's what they're called. I saw one and it was like $15 or something at like Goodwill, and it was probably broken, but I should have got it.
I've got one more question.
Yeah, bro.
And then 2 little statements.
Okay.
Number 1, who gave you the most surprising feedback on the album? And this could be good or bad.
No one really surprised me because this sounds very, kind of conceited, kind of narcissistic, but like I was like, this is good. And anyone who says it just doesn't get it.
You're such a fucking artist.
This is what I'm saying. No one really surprised me. I guess I was just floored by how many people liked it. But the amount of people I showed the album to, they were like, this is really fucking good. I'm like, thank you. I'm not crazy.
It is. And I don't think it's even close to your best work that you're going to put out.
Thanks, man. That actually means a lot. Because that's a scary thing as a creator. You want to make the best stuff. Mm-hmm. But then once you do that, you're like, what the fuck am I going to do next?
Bruno Mars talks about that a lot.
Really?
When they put out the Silk Sonic album, he was talking about how if the next song he puts out isn't Grenade, if it's not, Flowers.
That is unfair to him.
It's not a Bruno Mars song.
Man, that's just unfair.
I got goosebumps just thinking about that.
I did too.
Like, that means every song on the Evening with Silk Sonic album he thinks is just as good or better than his best songs. Man. An Unorthodox Jukebox might be one of the best albums ever made.
That's a bold statement. It's good. It's a good album.
I'll continue this bold statement. Bruno Mars is better than Michael Jackson. I know Michael Jackson created the world for Bruno to live in. I understand that. Head to head, bro, Bruno's the
student
guy.
has become the master.
Bruno's the guy. Imagine if he was 6 foot tall. He'd be president.
He's giving a State of the Union. He's like...
You just see like his pompadour.
Yeah, his pompadour. I catch a grenade for you.
Okay, so last 2 little statements I got for the album. Then we'll move on.
Okay.
Unless you have some more you want
to
say.
I love it. Go for it.
Number 1, I am so happy with how much of me you put in the behind the scenes video.
Yeah.
That tickled me so much.
Well, it was all good footage, Yeah.
And
the big thing I wanted for my behind the scenes of the making of the album, which by the way, a lot of people told me to like do that. And I'm like, it's such a good idea, but like I didn't have the energy.
You got to do it and make the album.
Exactly. I didn't have the gumption, and that
sometimes you just got to turn a camera on and forget it's there.
Oh, for sure. I think that was a big thing to learn. Because my thing is, I think I put too much pressure on myself. And I'm like,
I can tell you do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very anxious. It doesn't help that I drink caffeine a lot.
Constantly.
Like I said, I wanted a reaction shot. And my cousin Abby, she was in the beginning.
That's your cousin?
That's my cousin.
I went to school with Abby.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah.
You guys went to the same school. Nah, Abby's a sweetheart. I fucking love Abby.
I was wondering why she, of all people, was in your fucking video. I was like, what's Abby doing?
What's Abby doing? No, she loves my stuff. She is also a huge supporter of mine. She was like, you're a creative genius. 2 people have told me that when the album came out.
I'll save that.
I'll save that.
Maybe I'll say it next album.
There you go. Maybe if you're lucky. if there's another album. Like I said, it takes a lot out of me. By then. But yeah, I wanted footage of more than one person, reacting to the album. But people have lives, and me, myself included. I didn't have time to text someone, hey, can you come and like listen to this for like 20 minutes while I record you or something like that. I don't know. It's just kind of
I was probably going to be there
invasive
anyway.
Or intrusive. Yeah. For some people's lives. So I dealt with what I was given, lack of a better term. But I think the video turned out really, really good.
Played the cards who were dealt. Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, this might be because I'm in it so much.
Yeah, biased opinion.
It's one of my favorite videos you've done.
Tank said the same thing.
Another one, Margot. Great.
Margot's great. Dude.
Such a good video.
So, for those of you listening to this and not listening to the Margot video, that's a 28-minute video. It just, again, a biased opinion, it does not feel like 28 minutes.
It doesn't. I did dishes while I was watching it, and I think I did a terrible job doing the dishes because I was watching the video.
It's so good. Like, that video would not exist without Brady. God bless Brady. I love that man.
Love you, Brady.
He's a good boy. Yeah, Margot is an interesting movie.
Okay, last thing I'll say about your album, and then we'll move on. Revenge of the Sith is a comfort movie,
Yes, it is.
and that is all.
Yes, it is. You know what's funny? I did see that on Twitter.
Well, I'd hope so.
But honestly, real talk. Like the Star Wars prequels were kind of a comfort movie for me. Like
The prequels,
1 to 3, yeah.
really?
Oh, for sure.
I guess they came out when
Around
we were young, super
mainly
young.
Attack of the Clones, but
Really?
Yeah.
I got up and peed 4 times during that movie when I was a child.
damn. Looking back, well, I was like, whoa, lightsabers, but I didn't realize how boring and like kind of shitty the prequels are.
You know, isn't that the worst when you love something and other people bring up valid criticisms of
And
it?
I'm like, nuh-uh, and then you go and watch it.
And it's
Valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. Yeah, people are like, I love Spider-Man 3. I'm like, have you watched it lately?
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it because it's Spider-Man 3, not because it's a phenomenal movie.
Exactly. Man. We did that.
I wish I had that on video.
Damn it.
So
These are good questions, man.
let's shift over.
Yeah, we got some time to talk, my guy.
All right, let's shift over to the spike in views here recently.
Yes, that is so. Okay, so thank you first of all. I also say thank you in my new video coming out, but I cannot express how much the viewership has meant to me, because it's one of those things where like this will never happen to me, or like the potential for something to come out of this is very unlikely, or nothing's impossible, but just seeing that gives me hope. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. And I'm actually going to give you a little saying
Yes.
that helps me with stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
What if it turns out better than you ever expected?
And it has. Like
Already.
I know, like I was also experimenting with videos. Like I was again trying to do weekly videos. I was trying to do improv musical stuff. I did that 3 videos and they're all taken down because I'm like, I hate these. I don't like them.
Okay.
And I said it in my Sam and Max video. I was like, if you guys like those videos, that's awesome. Me personally, it just makes me upset that they're on here because it's not my best stuff, and I want my best stuff on
You
here.
want quality work up.
Exactly.
It's like your portfolio almost.
That is exactly how I'm viewing this, for sure. Because I would love to write music for, a video game, indie movie, or be a voice actor. That'd be cool. That's the whole reason I'm doing this.
Hold up. Everybody pause this podcast right now and go listen to Side Quests by Tyler. That's something he made for a video game music contest.
Yes.
And I used a lot of them in my first 4 or 5 videos.
And thank you so much. That was for an audition for, I won't say his name, but he's a pretty big YouTuber, and he's a
piece of shit. You didn't choose Tyler.
I wouldn't say that. Well, he
didn't.
said he was gonna like choose someone to write music for his video game, and then recently he put out a video that says he got someone else to do it. So I was like, fuck. So and that shows you too. Don't wait around.
No.
For someone else to make your dreams come true. Only you can do this, man.
That's true.
And honestly, if it wasn't for that game developer giving me that hope, I wouldn't have the music I have right now, putting it on, Side Quest, Montage, or even in my new videos for background music. And those are throwaways.
Honestly, yeah. I love when you use your own music in videos.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Honestly, it's just a way to like get my music out there too.
And it becomes almost like, I just got that car, right? And I got free XM for like 2-3 months.
Okay, yeah.
There is a TikTok radio station.
Really?
Of just songs that 5 seconds of it are viral on TikTok.
That's kind of neat.
I have not heard any of these songs except for those 5 seconds.
Uh-huh.
Like
they're bangers?
But there's like an Ice Spice song, and I couldn't tell you a single word in it. I think it's called Good Enough. That's how she talks. And like I've only ever heard that part.
Yeah.
The rest of the song sucks. He said that I'm good enough. Something like that. But Ice Spice is, I don't know. I think she's this year's Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Yeah, she got super popular. Anyway,
Anyway.
are any other of your videos besides the Sam and Max video getting spikes in views? Because I see Sam and Max videos at 17,000 views.
It's almost at 18.
That's fucking nuts.
I am over the moon, like I said. Thank you all so much. The comments, too, have been so nice for a change because in the beginning, you post something, it'll either get no comments or, you know, you get like, oh, this is pretty good, or you get that fucking guy. That guy. You get that guy. Yeah, I got some mean comments. You guys can look at that on my Twitter. I put like 3 of them on there.
Have you ever gotten a, like, plain Jane comment? Where you're in the wrong headspace and you think it's, like, sarcastic?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, a third of my views come from, like, Pakistan.
Okay.
Oddly.
Maybe because it's athletic stuff? I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But it's always at, like, 2
different
a.m.
strokes for different folks.
But I got a comment one time on, I think it was my mobility video.
Mm-hmm.
And he just said, "Real good job, bud." With no punctuation.
That's the weird part.
And I was like...
That's when I leave it alone.
Somebody tried to critique my batting form the other day.
But what?
If you do this, this, and this, you'll actually see a great improvement in the
I bet if I
velocity
write
of your...
written word, how to baseball stance in written word, this will help him out.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Teach me something.
In written word.
Do you get paid to teach kids how to play baseball?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. You don't even get paid to comment on my YouTube.
That shit too. Sorry, we're ranting, but it's like 2-3 subscriber people. With
always,
like, no video. Yeah,
always.
It's like throwaway.
And
accounts.
they have like a playlist of a bunch of shitty shorts.
That too, yeah. That or Minecraft videos.
You know what? I fuck with Minecraft videos.
You know what? I fuck with them too. I've been watching. I forgot his name.
Minecraft Lo-Fi.
I never watched that.
It's
but,
just Minecraft music.
I love Minecraft music. I just love video game music.
You should make some Minecraft music.
That'd be fucking cool. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I don't know this YouTuber's name. Sorry, but they play Minecraft server challenges or something and get high. Like
That's
every
the
time they
life.
complete a challenge, they have to like take a hit.
That's a life right there.
That's the life.
That's like my adult life and my 8th grade life, like intertwining.
There are times where I'm tempted to do some weed related content.
I don't think it's worth it.
I don't think it's worth it either. I mean, like, look at Bentley Blaze or Green Mama.
I feel like there's a cap on them.
Yeah, I feel like it's so hard to get monetized because you have to be like,
Absolutely.
I'm smoking, not weed, but I'm smoking something.
Yeah. Like, this girl, Sasha Hippie, or, Silenced Hippie, her name's Sasha. She's from, like, Rhode Island, Boston area.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched her in 2013 when I was in high school. And she was just like this college kid that smoked hella weed compared to me at the time. Now looking back, she just like was an average smoker. But, you know, she went to college, got a social communications degree, and like is a legit businesswoman. She stopped making weed content she made like a normal channel, and that's her main channel now. She does like gardening and all her business stuff on there. And now she cuts it back way, way, way back to like once or twice a month on the weed channel. Mm-hmm. And like that's what built her up. And she's like, "I'm sorry, guys, but like I do this to make money.
Right.
So I need to monetize it. I can't do that if I'm smoking a J on the porch every video."
It's true.
So yeah, I mean, you have to evolve.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just don't think getting started down that path and then maybe doing really well and thinking that's the only views you can get.
Oh, for sure.
Don't think that's worth it.
I was going to write something down. So back to the spike in views.
Yes.
I have a theory why that video did so good as it did.
Nostalgia.
Well, okay, that, but you heard the Game Grumps, right? YouTubers.
No.
They play video games. Then they're pretty popular.
Did they talk about it?
No, I would shit. No. So they played an old Sam and Max game. It's a point and click, like OG first game of theirs. And they played it on their channel recently. And that video, my video is 5 months old at the time. This was like 3 months old. And that's kind of when I noticed a spike in views. And then I got some comments saying the Game Grumps, or I watched the Game Grumps play this, and I love it, and blah, 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 blah. So I think I kind of
Right time,
right place, and I thank the Game Grumps for giving me some viewership, or catapulting me into the algorithm.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
Anything else on the video you wanted to throw up?
Got some notes.
Love a good note.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of wanted to read some weird comments off of that video.
Okay, very cool, very cool. 1 second though, before we do that.
Go for it. I'll just pull it up.
You kind of touched on this earlier on the just create comment.
Mm.
Do you have any advice on kids that are pursuing something but they don't know what they're pursuing?
I would have an open mind, do a lot of things out of your comfort zone, and just start creating is a really big thing, because that's what stumped me for a while, because I had a factory job and I had it for 6 months, and I was just so fucking depressed because this isn't what I want to do. And I always felt like, again, this is kind of the artist thing in me, but like I just felt like I was destined for something greater than push buttons and deal with fucking shitty people,
bins and send them down the line,
and dumbass fucking people that are higher ups. And I'm like, this ain't it.
If you get promoted at a factory, you don't want to do anything else.
Exactly. I'm losing my train of thought all over the place. So that's my huge advice, is just to start creating, because I quit that job. I walked out on that job, and the very first thing I did was just start writing more and more music after that. Like, I saw a huge spike in my creativity when I did that.
Serotonin.
Because I feel like that was like the you're either going to do this or you're not kind of mentality. Yeah.
I love it. I love that. Something I would say for that is get yourself a little book and write your ideas down in them.
That is a huge, yes. Because I do that all the time.
When you go to make something and you don't have ideas around, you aren't going to have anything in your head, and you aren't going to know what you do. And then once you get that list of ideas, break it down, like just like you're writing a rough draft of an essay in school.
Exactly.
Write a rough outline of the video you want. If you want certain words in there, write that out.
Yeah.
If you want certain shots,
yeah,
put that in there, and then just follow the outline you made.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And back to what I said, try all kinds of stuff, because you don't know what you like until you do it.
Like, I have a bunch of different videos that all kind of pertain to running, but the agility video I did, like the actual workout video, is the best video, the best performing video I've put out.
Hell yeah.
And it's still going up in views. Yeah. I think it's at like 650 now.
Yeah. Also, another thing, trust the process. Trust the creative process, because
nobody's going to watch your first video.
Well, okay, well, that too.
Nobody's going to watch it.
Again, you got to have faith in the process, because there are times where I'm doing something, let's painting a picture or something. I'm like, man, this looks like fucking ass. But then you just stick with it, and eventually it looks good.
Fall in love with the work, not the result.
And if you're doing something and you don't like it, don't post it or delete it.
Keep it and then work on it later.
Yeah, or that too, yeah. Like I think God, man, my brain is overflowing right now. Do not live for other people's happiness. Like, if that's what's stopping you, is like the feeling of embarrassment, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I started too, because like I was kind of living for other people's happiness, and like I was afraid what other people would think. And I'm surrounded by people that I care about and I love, and so my mentality is like, fuck all those other people that like that have a problem with me and don't get it.
In 2016, I made videos for like a month. I made like 6 or 7 videos, and they were all vlogs, and I was trying to be Casey Neistat. That's exactly what it was. And I wouldn't put my YouTube stuff on Facebook because I didn't want other people to know I was making YouTube videos. But how are people going to watch your videos if nobody knows you're making videos?
Yeah.
I also wasn't very proud of what I was making, and I've deleted all of those videos from my channel.
Yeah.
I'll show them to you sometime.
Oh, hell yeah. I think that's another thing, too. Building, I don't even know if you want to call it a skill of just feeling proud about what you're doing.
Yeah. I had to unlearn a lot of stuff from childhood of like, why even try if it's not going to work out type stuff. Yeah. Like somebody, when I was a kid, I told them I was going to try out for the high school basketball team. And they said, okay, but, 5 schools feed into this high school, and there's only 25 kids on the roster, and you've only played for a few years. And I didn't try out until I was a junior. And I did fine.
Goddamn.
But there was 2 extra years I could have played basketball.
Yeah.
And didn't because I didn't want to fail.
Yeah.
So just fail. Just do it. Get used to failing.
I think at the end of the day, I just want my enemies to listen to my work,
Burn.
listen to my stuff, and be like, why the fuck is this so good?
That's good. I like
Thank
that. I like that. Okay. Read me some comments.
All right. You want to talk in the mic for a minute?
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Shut up.
Bend over. I'll talk into you. Bend over. But yeah, honestly, I tell kids that I'm sorry I keep relating everything to sports, but that's
Your job.
That's how I grew up.
I mean,
That's
that too. Yeah.
my life. But every filmmaker, I usually use MLB player when I'm talking like this. But for you and for what we're talking about now, every filmmaker, every creator hates stuff they've made.
Yes.
Not everything they've made, but hates stuff they make. So
I don't watch as soon as I post it, I don't watch my videos after that.
I'll watch it right before I post it to make sure I don't need to change anything.
Right.
And then I'll watch it with Justice when she watches it, and that's about it. But yeah, you just gotta start and then don't quit. Just because you stop, it doesn't mean you're finished. This is a running tip. Just because you stop, it doesn't mean you're finished.
Right.
You're done when you don't start again.
That's good.
So just keep going. Take a break. Keep going.
I was about to say, don't get burnt out. Don't push yourself to the limit.
Hashtag grind. Get up at 5 a.m., bro. You're a piece of shit. Where's your Bugatti?
No, you don't. Don't listen to him. But no, don't overexert yourself, All right, I'm not going to say their name. This is, honestly, as soon as I was done reading it, I laughed because I was
so
like,
it's a funny, weird one?
This is the most batshit. No, this is a different one I showed you.
Okay.
So it goes like this. Cool video. You literally stole my thoughts from my brain, so harsh yet so subtle about Sam and Max. Since I definitely do not have the average nor good ability to open my mouth, use my throat, and frontal lobe of my brain to try and say something in any language that I know, but don't really feel like knowing it, since I just really, really don't have the best ability to talk, but people seem to understand it somehow in some way. I also made a pun. And after that very peaceful event, feel relieved because it became the first time I got out of the prison of an unspeakable thoughts that haunt me to death, and feeling like I won't be able to speak about it to someone else and slowly have a brain stroke because they are just too much and makes my brain grow. What I'm trying to say is, cool video. I have the exact same opinion, lol.
Was there one period in that?
No. Update. I actually don't have any of these ailments and just wanted to write a comment like this, but I love music, games, and Sam and Max. I had to reread that 5 times because I was like, what are you trying to say?
One of my favorite things about the Sam and Max video is, in January and February, we were like, dude, it's got like 600 views.
I know.
Dude, it's got 800 views.
Now it's at 1,000.
Dude, what if it hits 2,000 and you're at almost 18,000?
Almost 20,000.
Fuck it, let's round out. Almost 100,000.
Kind of. I was gonna keep it a surprise, but I'm kind of excited. I think I might do a 300 sub special, like a cooking Q&A kind of thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
If you want to help me with that,
I would love to. Can I just make jokes?
Yes. I mean, you can read the comments or something.
Okay, I hate
cooking with
people.
Good at it.
I hate cooking with people. Like if I'm cooking, that's fine.
Does Justice or your girlfriend? Does she want to cook with you all the time?
She did when we first got together.
She did. Past tense.
And I was like, "Listen, you get the fuck out of my way."
My mom's kind of like that. She's like, "Get the fuck out of my kitchen."
Yeah, like if I turn and like you're doing something there, and I gotta turn the other way and like get out of your way to
I
do
understand.
something,
No.
Bro.
We don't have to get into it.
I hate cooking with people.
But luckily, I'm just going to be making ice cream or something. Like, it'll be a good time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you just want to read questions or something.
I would love to read questions too.
Thanks, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hit pause.
Dylan had to pee.
I did. It was a good time.
Oh, man. How do you feel about this episode, my guy?
I think it's doing well. I think we're it's better when we have an idea of what we're going to talk about.
For sure. Every time I'm like, man, why can't we just free ball it? Why can't we just, speak our minds? But we get sidetracked.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just not those people.
Maybe we're not those people yet.
I like your way of thinking.
I like your way of drinking. So what do you want to get into next? Save the best for last,
I'll talk about moving out or something.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, Tyler. We are here in your new studio.
My new house, yes.
Yes.
I'm renting, but it's still a house.
It is a house. It'll be featured in my vlog.
Yes, it will. Dylan will dox me in this vlog.
Yep. I'm actually charging him for just for him to be in my video. He has to pay me.
Dylan shows up at my front door and has camera in hand, and I didn't know, and I flipped him off as soon as he opened the door.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh man, but yeah, I moved out. It's been fucking unbelievable.
Was it your idea to move out?
Yes.
Was it really?
Well, ever since I turned 18, I was like, I want to fucking move out. But
see, I was forced out.
You were forced out.
Yes.
Well, my parents, I'm an only child, so my parents,
love you.
Yeah. No, they're always like, "We miss you," and I'm like, "Yeah, I miss you too," but like, finally. I learned to adapt more. Was a big thing I got out of moving out. Because this place isn't like the most perfect thing ever, but
it's a great spot for your first spot.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. Rent's insane.
Yeah,
it's
you
all right.
lucked the hell out.
Yeah.
What's been the hardest part about living by yourself?
I'm gonna be honest. It hasn't been all too different from living with my parents. I mean, other than paying rent. I got a more stable job now.
Do you have did you do your own laundry at your parents?
Mm-hmm.
You're a better son than I was.
You did.
Maybe I'd still be living there if I did my own laundry.
Well, our laundry and dryer
right upstairs.
Sorry to my roommate. It's not the best thing, so I need to go to the laundromat here. Close by and use it.
But what if you just took it all to your parents' house and hung out with them for a day?
Oh, that's nice. I'd rather go to laundromat.
Like college.
I'm just fucking kidding. Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah, but then they'll talk to me.
No. I think they would appreciate it.
I kind of like this studio.
Me too.
It's a nice little setup.
It's a lot taller.
It is a lot taller.
And not in a basement.
Yeah. I did like how much I felt like I was in a cave.
A cave.
And the other one. It was great.
Yeah.
But this has got some natural light from the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's good. You got a window.
A window? I like this little guy right here.
The little guy is a lamp.
I forgot we're not doing video. Oh man. I'm really happy where we're at right now. You and me.
I said this last year too, but I feel like big things are on the horizon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's a good thing to say every year,
Yeah. Like I feel like a ball's about to drop and something's about to get rolling.
Absolutely. I feel like it's only a matter of time.
So
actually, that was one of the comments I received was like, this only has 200 views.
I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, give it time. I can see this blowing up or something along those lines. I'm like, man, those are sweet comments.
They are. They really are.
Hell yeah.
So I went on a hike last week.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Were you mushroom hunting?
My brother was.
Oh, I got you.
I went to hike in the woods, and it's morel season here in Illinois, so he was looking, and he found quite a few for like being a public trail.
I was about to say they got some pretty big ones.
Morels get pretty big.
Yeah.
Like I've seen like a 7-inch tall morel before.
I fucking love mushrooms.
Yeah, me too. He kept them actually. I think he like kept them and fried them and everything. But yeah. But it was a good time. It was a little windy. So you know that outlook point?
Mm-hmm.
We went to where you get to that at the end instead of like towards the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And we were sitting there eating like trail mix and whatnot. And bro, I went from being so hot and sweaty to freezing cold as soon as that wind started whipping through me. It's a good time though. It was a really good time. There was since all the big storms, there was a lot of trees that we had to like climb over because they were like across the trail.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Nice. We've been talking about me for the first half of the show. Tell me about your motherfucking half marathon.
Oh, dude, it was so fun.
Hell yeah.
It was
just started from the beginning, like when you got into your mom's car to drive all the way down there.
Okay, so you want me to start there?
Yeah.
Well, they were laying new carpet in my house. So
Okay.
I had like plywood floors and pack up my mom's car because I had the truck at the time and it was a 2-hour drive. I wasn't going to make in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, like I was vlogging the whole day. It kind of just seemed like the day flew by. Got some breakfast, went to the bank, and then headed up north.
Mm-hmm.
Got to Taylorville, met a Walmart stop. I actually saw my uncle that I was staying with at Walmart.
That's funny.
Like I walked in and I was about to pee down my leg.
Yeah.
Because caffeine.
Right.
But I saw him talking to like somebody at, like where you get your carts at Walmart. And I walked right fucking past him because I had to pee so bad. And then I ran into him in the grocery section later, and I acted like it was the first time I saw him.
He'll listen to this episode.
If Uncle Steve, I doubt you're listening to this, but if you are, I love you, buddy.
Shout to Uncle Steve.
He's the best.
Hell yeah. I love a good uncle.
But I got there, and what did I do? I took a nap.
Nice.
And then I recorded like all the stuff I was using, like shoes, fuel, like, you know, different gels I was going to eat, like a body strap that's like basically a kangaroo pouch, and
oh, nice. Okay.
just different stuff I was using for the race.
Yeah.
And then I had to go to like a conference, which is where you get your bib and like the shirt and the whole like running package, pretty much.
Okay.
It's what you pay for.
Did you just go there to get your stuff, or you said it was a conference?
Yeah, it was like this big. I wouldn't say big. It was probably about half the size of like the community center gym, like a little bit bigger than a basketball court.
Okay.
But there was like vendors everywhere and I thought they were giving away free food gels, like energy gels.
Yeah.
So I had like a bunch in my hand, and the guy was like, "Hey, that'll be like $35," and I was like,
never mind.
Sat it back down. I was like, I thought this
mind.
stuff was free because everything else I had been given was free.
That's so weird.
But yeah, I get in line, and they were so efficient.
Good.
Like I got there, and the line was wrapped around the lobby and the hotel it was in, and it was literally like a constant walk the entire line. I wasn't standing around waiting.
Nice.
Got there and almost forgot my name because I was so nervous.
Oh.
Because they were like, there was 40 people doing it.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, "What's your name?" Like yelling across
Yeah,
like 3
okay,
people.
yeah.
"What's your name?" I was like, "Oh shit." But they couldn't find me at first because nobody knows how to spell my fucking name. I'm looking D-I. It's not in here. I'm gonna kill you. But they found it, and I got everything. It was really cool, and I love Springfield. Like, it's such a cool city.
It is a cool, yeah.
So I was in Springfield for a little bit. I went to Shields and
I love
spent
that place.
money I didn't need to spend.
Shields will do that to you.
Yeah, I love it though. I'm wearing the shorts right now.
Did you buy so Dylan wore a Spider-Man mesh shirt. Did you get it at
Compression.
Shields?
It
Or
wasn't mesh.
Sorry, compression. I'm not athletic. Did you get that at Shields?
No,
or?
my dad actually bought that for me.
That is a
when
dad
we went
move.
on a hunting trip, and I needed like a moisture wicking shirt for a base layer, and instead of getting like a good one, he bought a $4 Spider-Man one.
It's still cool.
I love that shirt so much.
It was cool.
It's so fun.
I'll
And,
put a picture up.
yeah, right there. And yeah, it was really cool. I showed up and I had like a hoodie on over it.
Uh-huh.
And like this is at the race, like the morning of the race. And I start stretching and everything, and I go to the bathroom because I drink a lot of coffee in the morning. And everybody is so nice, and like for it being a competition, everybody is so social and like happy to be there. Even the
Nice.
people that aren't running, like the volunteers, the people that are just supporting runners,
Mm-hmm.
so happy to be there. And it was the first big race I've done. I was in a 5K back in December.
Mm-hmm.
There was maybe 200 people in it, 300 people in it. But there was like no support group. Like there weren't people at mile 1 cheering you on or nothing like that because it was only a 3-mile race. But at the half marathon, I'd see people at 1 mile, and then they'd pick up and they'd drive to the 5 mile mark, and I'd see them again. And then they'd drive to the 8 mile mark, and I'd see them again.
I was always curious how
It was so cool.
That's cool.
So cool. And they had like different signs. Said smile if you peed yourself. And then there was like cool motivating stuff on the ground, like in chalk. It said, "You're a fucking badass." And,
Dude, nice.
Like different stuff like that. Like you train too hard to walk right now. And
what was there a moment during your run where you were like, man, I'm at my limit?
Yes and no. Like, yes, I hit a point that I didn't think I was going to hit.
Yeah.
Like, in the video, I talk about it a little bit. But it was, like, I kind of skip over it in the video. There was a point where I couldn't straighten my leg because I was cramping every single stride.
Man.
So I walked a little bit and kind of worked past it. Mm-hmm. And if you ever cramped, they don't last forever.
It still sucks.
But there's like phantom pains there still. So the last literally mile and a half, I'm like limping along. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden I can hear cheers at the finish line. And I just kick it into gear.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so cool. But there were points where I was like, I should have trained harder. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to take that into my next race. So that's really cool.
Yeah. It was a learning experience because that was your first time doing it.
It was that was honestly my first long distance race ever.
God damn.
The
13.1?
13.1 miles. My watch actually said I ran 14.2 because it's a little off.
Right.
But still fun. I pooped in the middle of it, mile 6.
I thought you were like, I pooped myself.
Nope. There was porta potties, mile 6, and
Nice.
I was at like mile 2 asking people like, "Hey, where's the porta potties?" And then they were just like, "I don't know." So I was like, "I think it's mile 4." I got to mile 4, wasn't there? And then I get to mile 6, and I'm like, "Thank God!"
Oh boy.
And they're all fucking used. There's only 3 of them. And like I fucking pull the last one and I'm like, oh no. And then like as I turn around to like wait, somebody walked out of the first one. So I was like, great.
Nice. Dude, this is kind of a silly question because I know nothing about marathons. Did your time get paused when you go to the bathroom or?
No.
Okay.
It did on my watch.
Okay.
Because I paused it.
Okay.
But no. So basically, the bib that they give you has a little chip on the back of it.
Oh, okay.
And every time you pass a mile marker, there's a reader in the mile markers.
Oh, so
and that's how they know your pace and stuff.
That's really neat.
Like as soon as I crossed the finish line, I got a text with my finishing time.
Wow. We
Like
live in a golden age of technology. That's
it's crazy.
That's fucking awesome.
It's crazy. And they have like apps now that where like Justice could have downloaded it and tracked me the entire race.
Are you? Wow.
Yeah, like on the map of the race.
They go all out.
But what she did was she was looking at a picture of the map and then just looking at my location on my phone and just comparing the two.
Okay.
It's a good time.
That's awesome, man.
It was a lot of fun. I talked to a lot of people. Because you get in grooves where like you're just running with the same person for 2 miles. Mm-hmm. And like I talked to this one guy about how everybody here thinks I'm crazy for running. Because there's not running clubs around here. Like you go to a big city, you'll see groups of like 50 people running.
Right.
Because it's more fun to run in a group.
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling him like, hey man, everybody thinks I'm crazy for running this half marathon. He just looked at me and he said, you just wait till you run your first half or full marathon. And I was like, "You're right, man."
So true.
Because that's my goal is to be a marathoner.
Hell yeah!
So,
I mean, it's in your bio.
Yeah, that's what I'm shooting towards. It never felt like a full marathon. Never felt further away than after I finished my first half marathon. Man, like I was so spent and like not even realizing how dog tired I was at the time. Mm-hmm. And like dehydrated, which is why I was cramping.
Yeah.
That I was like, I have to do this again.
And longer.
Like literally double
the time.
What I just did, distance, I'd have to do again. And like without a break.
Ugh. I can't ever.
So, yeah. I can't wait to run my next one.
I love you, dude.
I cannot wait to run the next one. But when I was warming up because it was fucking 38 degrees. Uh-huh. I took my hoodie off and went outside, started running around, and this old dude that looked like he shouldn't have been even walking. He just goes, Spider-Man. Spider-Man. And that was the best part of the whole race. Like I'd see like this family, and they'd have signs, and they'd be like there for somebody. But then the kid would be like, Spider-Man! Spider-Man! And I give him like a nux, and I felt like a fucking superhero and a professional athlete. Like, you know, when you're a kid and you're sitting there waiting to get, oh, maybe not because you're not a huge baseball fan, but like you go to a Cardinals game and there's kids waiting down to get autographs.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be the guy giving autographs.
Dude. That's awesome.
And that's the closest I've ever felt, was when the kids were like, Spider-Man. I got a little bit of it once when I was on the fire department. And we left in a hurry because we were training at the park. And we left, and all the kids at the park were like, it was just a little bit. But yeah, dude, it was such an endorphin high. And like thinking back now, it doesn't feel like a big accomplishment. But everybody, like, I feel like everybody else is more impressed with me than I am.
Absolutely. No. Because that is amazing what you did.
Well, but I've been thinking about it every day for 6 months, training for it, running, and like, like I wasn't worried about the run. I was worried about the conditions the run were in and what time I would get. There was never a point where I was like, I hope I finish.
Yeah.
It was, I hope I finish under this time.
Yeah. And
it was still like, I was slower than I was shooting for, but I learned like not to start at your target time, start behind your target time and work up. But yeah, it was a great time. Yeah. Really great time. I changed my training up here recently. Actually, I've only run twice since my race.
Really?
Yes. So I gained 15 pounds. I ran the race at 184, I think. And 2 days ago I weighed in at 199.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Right now I'm sitting at like 193-ish because I did start a cut Saturday. So I'm starting my running again. But I'm doing 5 3-mile runs a week.
Good for you,
I'm going to
man.
do that for 2 weeks. And there's going to be like no intervals. It's just going to be a nice, easy run just to get my legs back. Yeah. And then I'm going to do like a recovery run and then 80% max effort and then a recovery run and then a max effort and then a recovery run. Yeah. And that's how I'll break it down. It'll be the same distance, but and then I'll do like intervals where like a fartlek. It sounds funny, right?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
A fartlek workout is when you like intervals. You get breaks, so like you do a slow run, take a break, a sprint, take a break. Fartlek is no breaks, so you kind of just ramp it up real fast, and then you slow it down real fast, and you never stop the run.
That seems very.
It's great. It's great for.
What do I know?
Cardiovascular.
Okay, gotcha.
And respiratory stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna start doing that. And I didn't. Cool. The closest thing I did to that during training for the last race was like if I was going uphill, I would sprint uphill. Man. But
see, even that I sound like it exhausts me.
It exhausts me too. Running doesn't get easier; you just get faster.
I remember you told me that.
Yeah, that's
kind of going back to what you said about the feeling like a professional athlete, like you feel like you made it kind of thing with giving fist bumps at kids and stuff. I kind of had that kind of same reaction, but it was over on Twitter.
Really? You're interacting with fans?
For the first time in my life, I had someone watch my video, share it on Twitter, and they were like, "This is such a good video. You guys need to see it." I retweeted it, and they're like, "Holy shit, you retweeted it!" And I guess one of the user's friends also commented on his share of the video and was like, "Man, he kind of looks like that guy from Clerks." I'll put a pic. Yeah, I'll put the picture up. But no, I retweeted that reply and I was like, "How do I report a photo? I'm in this photo and I don't want to be in it." I'll pull up the actual tweet, but it was just a cool feeling.
See, the Sasha Hippie girl, that same thing happened to me on the flip side. Like, I tweeted at her, and she replied and retweeted me, and I was like, holy fucking shit. And she was just a girl that smoked weed. Like, that was
right. I said, how do I report a picture? I'm in it, and I don't like it. It was this picture.
I fucking love Clerks.
Never seen it.
You've never seen Clerks?
Never seen Clerks in my
How
life.
are we friends?
Never seen Goodfellas. American Psycho.
You gotta stop saying you've never seen Goodfellas on record, because I will kill you with a microphone on.
Not that one. That's expensive. Can you beat me with this?
No. I'll just kill you with it on. We will record the audio.
You're not gonna kill me with a microphone.
No, I'm gonna kill you with my bare hands.
On a mic. Okay.
Yeah.
On mic.
On mic. On record. Live.
Hey, Dylan.
Quit out.
Fuck Goodfellas.
I know you don't mean that.
End the podcast there.
I know you don't mean that.
Nah, we're kidding. But you have any closing remarks, my guy? This is a really good episode.
I have a couple things that I wanted to talk about.
Go for it.
Like why I ran the race.
Yeah.
So, like I said earlier, I, as a kid, didn't have big dreams.
Right.
I just existed. Like, I wasn't thinking about what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have goals. I was just like trying to get through school and fuck all after that. Who cared?
Mm-hmm.
And I started running last year just like for health reasons because the COVID-20 got me.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to Justice about how, like, we were always talking about wanting to move somewhere or something, and I always had something negative to say about it because, honestly, I was scared of doing something, anything. So I made myself do this, and honestly, like, it's the only thing I've ever said I was gonna do, and then did.
That's awesome.
So, like, I really did it more to prove to myself that I can do things than that I can run a half marathon.
Is this the first time you made like a decision like this and you were like, I said I was going to do this and I did it?
Yes, because multiple times I wanted to quit in the middle of prep. Like,
right.
I hurt my knee.
Go ahead.
I didn't, like, I took 3 weeks off in the middle of my 12-week prep for my knee to heal. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to run this race. And I told myself, even if it takes me 5 fucking hours, I'm running this race. Because I said I did. I said I was going to, and I told everybody I was going to.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing that, like, when I tell you, like, the other day when I said, I need you to come over and watch this video, that was so I would edit the fucking video.
Really?
Yes. 100%.
I liked it. Even.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But, like, if I didn't have you coming over to watch it in 2 hours, I wouldn't have done it.
My friend Georgie, he's kind of like that. Like, he won't do something creative for himself. He will do it for his friends. Like, his friends are like, hey, this would be so cool if you did this for me. He will go out of his way to make it as good as he can possibly make it and that you love it. But he will not do anything creative for himself. That's just kind of interesting to think that. Also, you saying that, I feel like you have done a lot of cool shit, like, in your life. Like, I'm gonna touch on, like, you were like a merch guy and like a pretty local up and coming guy, artist. You were a firefighter, for Christ's sake. Like, I could never.
Okay, but you're listing things, and I will give you 12 reasons why I'm not cool for doing those things.
Oh, okay.
Like with the merch thing, I was doing cool stuff for somebody else.
I'm seeing.
I was doing cool stuff on somebody else's dime.
Okay.
Yeah, I was making money. I was doing a job. I didn't take it seriously. I could have, like, as far as
having fun.
The experiences, I definitely did. I wanted to take everything in. But as far as, like, the actual job of doing the merch, did not take it seriously.
I mean, who would?
Honestly, I thought I was going to work for Drew forever.
Forever.
Because he was, like, he's kind of, like, stabilized now. Like, he's a name. He started a family and stuff. But at the time, he was, like, putting out new shit all the time. Just got a new record label. Like, he was on the move.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm going to work for Drew forever.
Right.
And the fire department, you know the reason I quit the fire department?
I don't think you ever told me that.
Well, not the reason. There was other reasons. But the moment I quit the fire department was because, so they have, like, what they call rookie training.
Okay.
It should take you 6 months. I was in it for, like, 14 months, just finished the last test, and then quit. Because I didn't want to do the work to become a good firefighter.
I gotcha. But I guess my point to what I was saying was, I don't know, you had that energy and that drive to go out and do that. And it just revolves back to what I said earlier. Open your mind, try a bunch of different things. If you don't like it, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least
I see what you're saying. I appreciate that.
No,
I really
absolutely.
do.
I think you're a cool guy.
Thanks, man.
But I see what you're saying too.
I think it was more like I ran the race to show myself I could do something I said I was going to do, even if I'm not ready to do it when I said I was going to do it.
Yeah.
And I made myself get ready. And now it's like my thing. Like people at the gym know me as the guy that makes running videos.
Are you happy it's your thing?
Kinda, yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Kinda.
You gotta find your thing.
I told the guy, you probably know him, but I told the guy at Walmart that I go to the gym. Like I see him at the gym all the time. He asked how my race went, and I went, "Oh, it was about 10 minutes slower than I wanted it to be, but it was a good time. I learned a lot." He goes, "What do you mean it was slower? Just run." Dylan runs, like fucking run. Funniest fucking thing anybody said to me.
That's pretty good.
But
yeah, that's so funny.
But yeah, now like there's a group of high schoolers that make YouTube videos, and they come up to me all the time, and they're like asking me about my training.
That's
and
kind of another reason why I wanted to make content, music, video, YouTube otherwise. I want someone to like watch my shit and be like, wow,
I want to do that.
I want to do that too.
Yeah,
I can do that.
exactly.
I don't know. Some people just need to know when to start and have a really good sense of adapting when things don't go as planned.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a huge skill to perfect and refine.
Yep. And the more you create and the more you produce, honestly, it's almost therapeutic for me.
Oh, me too. Absolutely.
Like to finish something, like to start something and finish it. I'm sure it's the same way like professional bakers feel. Like
yeah.
Like when you start with flour and eggs and butter and you create the most beautiful cupcake or like pastry you've ever fucking seen.
Foundation and then hell yeah. I love rolling a joint and
almost
editing
more than smoking the joint.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes I'll let the joint just sit there in the ashtray and I'm just editing away.
Just stare.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also something. During prep, I quit smoking for like
that must have
6 weeks. It wasn't that bad. The first like 4 days sucked.
I bet.
Because of sleep and appetite and stuff. After that, I felt great.
I got a question. Was your short-term memory a lot better when you took a break?
Not necessarily that like if you asked me a question, I could tell you what just happened.
Mm-hmm. Or how about?
But like,
go ahead.
Tasks, it was nice. Like I could go to work and not have to take a dab before I left. I could do the dishes and just do the dishes. I didn't have to take a dab and then watch some TV and get lost in my phone for 20 minutes and then do the dishes. Honestly, like I think I'm gonna start doing that more often. Like I said, I was gonna stop. I said I was gonna stop. Like after I smoked after the race, and I said I was gonna stop until my birthday, but my birthday's on Saturday. So
happy early birthday, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. I think like once baseball season starts, which I wanted to get into a little bit, but we'll get into it on the next pod.
Sounds good, because this is almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, this is a good pod.
Good pod.
But I think like once baseball season starts, I'm gonna do my not until after the game rule. Like there for a while, I was doing not until after work, but I'll work less and coach more in the summer. So
nice,
I might do that.
Nice, dude. Well,
any closing thoughts?
I was about to ask you. I talked and said all I wanted to say.
Yeah, other than...
again, I'm just thankful for where we're at and all the support we both have gotten.
Honestly, yeah.
We're very grateful, and we're excited to put out more stuff.
And if you're watching this on Tyler's channel, why don't you just go over and subscribe to my channel?
Subscribe to Dylan Runs.
I just hit 53 subscribers.
54.
What?
Yeah, 54, my guy.
You're joking right now.
I think I'm... unless this person unsubscribed to you in like 5 seconds.
I'm gonna.
It was 53. I'm so sorry.
Ah!
Sorry to give you false hope.
Let's see. Come on, slow ass internet.
We got fast internet.
Well, I have LTE instead of 5G right now.
Oh, you're not connected to them.
I don't have your password. But yeah, I guess I do have 53.
Find out on the next episode what my Wi-Fi password is. It's very easy.
That's literally the password. Very easy.
It's very easy. That's the hint. That's the password.
Yeah,
hint.
look at this. 25 views, 43 views. And those are the two before my race.
Gotta start somewhere, and you can't do anything unless you start. So
that's right. So hey, go ahead and start.
Go ahead and start, baby.
This has been the Good Cringe. I'm Dylan.
I'm Tyler Perkins. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We don't know when the next one's going to come out, but
we'll try and make it quick.
Like I said, we got lives. We're making content. That joke sucked.